stage, Mike Zakarian.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. I see regulators in the chat. Congrats on your Hornets title. First one in franchise history. You love to see it. Love to see it on the West Coast. 30 minutes of intro incoming. No, Consigliere, I actually just put this in the Discord that we're starting a little early. We're starting a little early today because, just got some stuff done faster than I thought I was going to. I got a busy evening ahead of me. But we are officially in off-season mode. So like the schedule will be sporadic, Otherwise we go full burnout. We don't want that. We are gonna jump in double dribble, depending on how quickly these bad boys fill on Underdog. We'll do a couple of them. Depending on how things go here. So let's jump in. I'm gonna figure out the best way to let's see, just waiting for 4 people. That's actually not too bad. Trying to figure out the best way to share this. Let's see. What does it look like if we do that one? No, that's stupid. Obviously that's stupid. That looks kind of dumb too, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe we just keep it like this. For now. But we finally updated the ranks here. We got some ranks updated thanks to our guy TST who helped with that out. Yeah, no clip talk till then. All right, I got you. Yeah, but shout out TST, updated some ranks. Also, TST shared a fun graphic while we wait for this to fill up. Why don't I share screen and show you that bad boy? But he's been like deep in the freaking lab, man. TST's been out here grinding. He might not be doing content, but he's doing content for me anyways. Hold on, let's share this. So here we go. These are the last 2 years, right? The last 2 years from our guy TST. And it's the flex position, all right? So big flex rate from 2023 was 41%, guard 34%, wing 23%. Now, it makes sense that the wing was only 15% the next year because we talked about how thin it was there, right? So it makes a little bit more sense that it was guard and big, heavy, but big specifically seems to be the way to go from the flex position anyways. And what this means, I'm assuming what this means is when it's used, right? So when the flex is actually used, meaning like you're like it's scoring from week to week, that it's scoring. But anyway, shout out TST who's been grinding this stuff. So if you're not following him, obviously go follow him. But yeah, it's been interesting to see like the ADP shift. And so we were fortunate enough, right, that we were able to do a draft right before we left for Vegas. And we pointed out some of the stuff that was just, an alarm went off. Some of the stuff that was just so ridiculous, like Cade Cunningham. Remember his ADP started in the 30s, I believe. You can see now it is 8.2. Paolo, which was another one that was the second round, he's now up to 7. A couple of other ones, Jaylen Brown, who started in like the mid to late 20s, is now 13, or 13 and a half, almost 14. So there's been a lot of moving and shaking. Where's Peyton Pritchard, by the way, who everybody's making fun of me when I said he should be going to 100. His ADP is now 88. So everybody can suck it. I think you can agree with me on that. But let's see. Let's get this thing full, huh? Let's get this thing full. Let's get some drafts in. Any NBA news and notes here the last 24 hours? I mean, the only like real thing, man, the Celtics are talking about getting Ben Simmons. It's like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing, Why? I actually had talked myself into the Damian Lillard experience. I was like, you know what? This actually makes a ton of sense. And then he went home for a big old bag. You had Chris Paul going home for a big old bag. The bags are full. Well, no, Chris Paul's bag wasn't big. He's just going to retire. But man, we are like officially in them dog days. It's been pretty freaking quiet. While we wait for this to fill, let's we can like poke through some of my ranks here. Again, I use TST for some of them. One of the things that I wanted to throw at the chat here, I'm thinking about putting Luka ahead of Wemby. And I know that might seem sacrilegious. I guess my take here is, and it looks like Giannis officially flipped Wemby, huh? My take here is that I just feel like we might be getting psycho Luka this season. And maybe it's hard to say, like, because I brought this up to Nez in the chat. Can Luka actually go harder than the best season that he's already had? I'm just like, between the green juice, man, the LA lifestyle. He switched from IPAs to Pilsners. I don't know. I could see him going nuts. RIP to Ozzy. Did Ozzy die today? Is that a thing that just happened that I didn't see? Did I miss that? Wow, Ozzy Osbourne passed away? I feel like he was just in the news the other day too. Dang. Wow, even Flavor Flav, the first tweet that I saw. Damn. Man, pour one out. A real one. Black Sabbath, baby. Crazy Train. Wow, Ozzy, I don't that between him and, Malcolm Jamal Warner, we losing both of them in 48 hours? Or like a 24-hour news cycle, I guess. Brutal stuff. Brutal stuff. Luka is playing in Europe this summer. It sounds like. It sounds like he's playing. Sounds like Porzingis is playing. Um, yeah, TST says it sounds like if you flip Luka over Wemby, you will almost get no Wemby. Yeah, I think that is true. I think the main take here, I guess you don't need to get that aggressive, right? You could just put Luka over SGA, and that is how you get overweight. I just do think I want an overweight position on Luka. I think that's where I'm landing. But anyways, that's like the first round take. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just quickly go see what that looks like. We're still waiting for 4 more. Let's go back to the ranks here. Second round, right? So let's start with like pick 13. I think I want to be pretty even on both Jaylen Brown and Scotty Barnes. So right now, JB ahead of Scotty, but I think that would be a case where like if I start getting um if I start getting overweight on one of them, I'll flip the other one back. Sorry, I got a Southwest notification. Nope. All right. I think that's what I would do there. And I feel pretty confident that I want LeBron third of all of these guys. I see TST pushed up the Gooner, pushed up Sengun quite a bit. TST would love to hear like the Goon over Cat take here. Because I do think I would prefer a little bit more Carl Anthony Towns than I would Sengun. I know they project pretty similarly. And I do think I think I want it there. Or I think I want a little more JJ and Book too. But yeah, I'd be curious to hear that take. And then like Katie, I thought this was mostly standard. I've been seeing Herman Thompson go ahead of Franz Wagner. That feels a little aggro. I know Amon Thompson finished so strong. The addition of KD, what does that look like? LaMelo down here behind this crew of Spida, Steph, Ja, and Bam. You can even make a case too. You should have Bam ahead of Ja just with the lack of availability from Ja Moran over the last couple of seasons. My biggest change though from week or draft number 1 to today, I spent like the first show that back we did talking about how I think I'm out on Cooper Flag as a fantasy asset. I don't know now. Now I'm a little bit torn after watching him in summer league, and I know I try not to overreact too much, but I just think they might use him in a lot of different ways. I mean, they had him like creating offense for a little bit, and I was like, no Kyrie, so it's D'Angelo Russell running the show. Maybe they like test out having him run the show a little bit more. It's still hard for me to wrap my head around taking Evan Mobley behind him or Josh Giddey behind him. Like, I think I feel more comfortable with them right here in this Denny range. Feels a little bit more comfy for me. But I also know that everyone else is going to be taking him. So then you're not getting any of them. You're not getting any of them. Okay, that was off of the old ADP stuff. Goon will be falling. We'll likely adjust the next redo of ranks. All right, that makes more sense. Yeah, because I do think I feel a little bit better with the Gooner like this. Like that. I like it like that a little bit more. Also, I want to highlight something here. What's up, Weisberg? Not boots on the ground. And I know Consigliere said don't talk about the Clippers for another 10 minutes, but James Harden in his recruiting of Bradley Beal basically was like, hey, man, I played a ton last season. I had to run the entire offense. Kawhi wasn't playing a lot. I need a break. And I don't know if that was just a selling point to get him there, but that did have some alarm bells go off that maybe I don't want to be super overweight on #hard on. I still think Harden's going to be like fine, but I think I'd want Brunson ahead of him now at this point. Definitely KD. I mean, honestly, I think Jalen Williams right there, I'd be fine with that too. So I'm going to make that adjustment in real time. So we're going to leave off there. Let me go see where we're at for active. Oh man, still waiting for four more. Still waiting for four more. So let's go back over to the ranks. Let's get down here to so we left off with like the Steph Job, Bam, Mello, all the way to Mobley. Embiid at 33. Listen, I'm gonna do it. If it's third round Joel Embiid, I'm sorry, I'm throwing the dart. Depending on the other draft picks that I've made so far, I don't know. Even though he probably won't be ready to go for the start of the regular season, it'd be a huge waste of time. This range sucks though. Like Embiid, Fox, DeRozan, Randall, Zion, like all of these have some like red flags. Honestly, I think you could make a case that Tyler Hero outscores all of those guys. But it's a guard position, so it's not as sexy. You got White right behind here, Hero there, and then this range of like Zubac, Kawhi, and here's like the wing run, right? So we got Kawhi, and this is almost based on ADP for the most part, just like Kawhi, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Jimmy Butler, Trey Murphy, and then Brandon Ingram. I honestly think I would kind of want Trey Murphy right here. I think I like the idea of taking Trey Murphy ahead of all of those guys except for Brandon Miller. I'm not going to do it. I am going to put him ahead of Jimmy though, and then Brandon Ingram, whatever. How you feeling about McCain versus Edgecombe? I'm telling you what I feel about McCain right now is that he was on Instagram sharing how he really liked Miles Bridges' new song. So there's that. There's that. I like them both though. I mean, McCain, I believe McCain's going way further than Edgecombe, right? McCain is being drafted. His ADP is 143. Edgecombe right now is 103. So, like, just for straight value, I feel like they probably have similar ceilings this season. Like, I think they're probably going to play around the same amount of time, right? Unless you're really a believer in Edgecombe like just being way better his rookie season, then yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. But McCain at 143, man, I don't know. I kind of like that. You regularly said worried about Brandon Miller's wrist injury going into the season for what it's worth. There you go. That's all I needed to hear, man. Let's push Brandon Miller back, boots on the ground. What's up, Magic Murillo? Let's go, baby. We're gonna get into some so rare stuff soon, though. BT Dubs. I think after my little European vacation in a couple of weeks, when I get back, we're going to be full on getting ready for so rare NBA season. So get excited about that. Manny says over under consecutive games played for Embiid this season, 4.5. I'd have to look at the entirety of the schedule because I'm going to take the under if I don't think he's ever playing a back to back. I don't think he's ever playing a back to back. No NBA players had that surgery on their shooting hand, and he has not started shooting yet. Yikes! Yikes! All right, let's adjust the ranks in real time. Brandon Miller, you're now going behind Brandon Ingram. There you go. Look at Dyson Daniels. BT Dubs. Remember when we saw Dyson Daniels and he was going, I think he was going like pick what was it? Pick like 100 something. Now he's up, he's up ahead of all of these guys. He's jumped so high though. I'm not really interested in that. Like I want Desmond Bain. Sorry. I want Bain ahead of Daniels. That's it though. And fuck it. Let's keep Daniels there. Daniels, Bain, Jamal Murray, Jalen Green. Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm a little bit higher on Triple J than my counterpart here, TST. I'm gonna put Lowry ahead of Vooch, by the way. Those are some adjustments, man. Um, those are some adjustments there. Let's keep scrolling. You get Austin Reeves, Kobe White, Cam Thomas, this little guard run here in the late 50s, early 60s, followed by Dominating and Duran. I actually would like Duran ahead of those two guys. You got my MPJ, RJ Barrett. Just want to highlight RJ Barrett again with wing eligibility. It's kind of tough to know what Toronto's going to look like. How healthy is Ingram going to be? Are they going to keep all of those guys? I don't really know. TSC said Dyson Daniels ran as pure as you could get last year. His ADP seems crazy. Yeah, his ADP is way too high. Wait, like, is he going to average? What did he average? 3? Let me actually pull it up. He averaged Dyson Daniels. Averaged. God damn, Basketball Reference. What's wrong with you, BBR? All right, here we go. So he averaged 3 steals and almost a block a game. So basically 3.7 stocks per game, which is what? Those are worth 3 points each, right? So basically rolling out 10.5 points a game just on steals and blocks. So that is running pure. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Magic Reynolds says Bane going to be a good fit in Orlando, though. I think so. I think so. I mean, like he is going to get the best thing that Bane does is shoot the hell out of the ball. He's got such a smooth, pretty jump shot, quick trigger. Orlando is so desperate for that with Paolo and Franz kind of slashing, cutting, dominating the ball. I think Bane's three ball is gonna. I think he's gonna get really clean, wide open looks. I think he's also going to do some secondary playmaking too. And yeah, Bane missed some. Excuse me, Bane missed some games going into last season, but he's healthy going into this season. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I'm not going to call Bane Joel Embiid right now. So I like that. Manuel quickly again throwing the same thing, the conversation with the Raptors. I'm starting to talk myself into Jordan Poole a little bit more here with the Pels, just because they, now with the Queen injury too. I mean, if you think that Poole Zion fit is good, um, he's going to have the ball in his hands. Not all the time, just because Point Zion is a thing. Maybe Point Queen is a thing, but who knows if Queen is even going to be ready to start the year. But I am talking myself into that a little bit more. Turner, Allen, I can't imagine I'm clicking these too many unless I have yet to draft a big and I am desperate because I actually like guys behind him a little bit more than him. And then you got Levine, Simons, and Sharp, followed by Benny Math over there. I kind of like Matherin a little bit more than where we have him. OG Anunoby. You got Nemby and Scooty. I think I'd prefer Walker Kessler and Jakob Pertl over Allen and Turner. I think that's what I would do. How are you approaching Simons given the trade rumors? I think if he falls, I'll take him, but I'm never reaching for him. Because I mean, whether he gets traded, before the season or mid-season, he's in a good situation right now for him to rack up some fantasy points, but I don't really know. I don't really know. Ace at 83 seems high. Yeah, I'm okay with it there. I'm okay with it at ADP, basically because I do want some of him. I don't want to full fade. And when you look at the rest of their wing, like look at who's on Utah's roster now, man. Like Lowry, who knows if he's going to be on the team the whole season. And you're like, again, Utah just rests dude all the time. And then it's like Keontae, Filipowski, Collier, Clayton. Like I do think Bailey's going to have a shot to I've changed my tune a little bit on him. I'm not going to be reaching for him. If he starts going higher and higher, then I'm not interested, but I want to get some. I don't want to be completely off of it. Collins, the Clippers are kind of tough to figure out too, mainly because they've got 10 guys. I just don't know. I think there's going to be some weeks where Collins absolutely smashes, and then there'll be other weeks where you can't really use him at all. Man, we have yet to get, we're still waiting for 4 here in a double dribble. Still waiting for 4. Let's keep going. Sar Thompson, fine. Look at Peyton Pritchard there. Look, fast PP. I like this range of Peyton Pritchard, Alex Sar, Christian Brown. I'm actually going to sneak up a couple of spots here. Kuminga I won't be touching until we get a better feel for it, because I do feel like Kuminga will fall a little bit until the situation is settled. Because if he stays in Golden State, I'm not confident the Warriors are even going to use him. So I don't want to be wasting that kind of draft capital on him. You got Toby, Kevin Porter Jr. His ADP's jumped up to around 100. I think that's fine. Yeah, it is. It's really bad. The Kuminga stuff is nuts at this point. It's just nuts. It's nuts. Golden State's yet to make a move yet. Supposedly, and this is actually a name to watch. I forget what his ADP is. DeAnthony Melton does not have an ADP. Wouldn't mind throwing him at the end. Now, that's somebody that gets hurt all the time. But I think that's a pretty fun 16th round or however this ends. How many do we do? 14? I forget how many draft rounds we do. A good last round pick. Again, his injury stuff sucks, whether he was on Philly or where was he at? Did he start at Golden State last year, then get traded to Brooklyn or something like that? He's somebody that I wouldn't mind taking a couple of shots on there late. I think he'd be a great fit in Golden State, where he can play on the ball, can play off the ball, defends, knocks down threes. He's basically a better Gary Payton II, I think, because he can shoot. What are people doing with D'Lo here? D'Lo's got an ADP of 105. I mean, he really is going to be running the offense for Dallas at least until February, right? So I don't know. I don't know. All right, then we get to the Keegan Murray, Aaron Gordon, Andrew Wiggins range. I'm gonna put Keegan in a clear third as long as that roster still looks the same for, as long as that roster still looks the same for Sacramento. I'm not really trying to get into the Keegan Murray business. He looked pretty bad last season, and I think maybe he falls a little bit more too. And then Klingon, I mean, do we get to start? Do we get to put Yang in the? We get to put Yang in the ranks now too. We probably move him up a little bit. Uh, Klingon, I kind of think I like Onyeka and I like Mark Williams. I'll keep Mark Williams behind him. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's what I was talking about. I think Time Lord won't be on Portland the whole season. So I'm not really worried about Time Lord. I think Portland is going to be a little bit more focused on Klingon and Yang. Again, though, I don't want to overreact too much in summer league. So if Yang Hassan is going like 10th round, 11th round, I don't really want to do that. But if he's going, if he's going much later, then I'm into it. Then I'm into it. Mark over Klingon, yeah. Listen, you don't have to tell me twice, man. I was just happy, Tia making fun of the early ranks of Peyton Pritchard going 100, Mark Williams we had to get overweight, and then I see TST's ranks, and they're, he's got Peyton Pritchard 80. All right, Freddie Van, Dejounte Murray. I'm not drafting any of them. Kyrie. I know they're here just because they got to be there, but I take Keontae before those guys too. I'd much prefer them to fall a little bit later. Then you got Zanger, Jaden Ivey, who I saw in some rumors to Boston again. But again, I just think that was people trying to get clicks here at this point. What about Dougie McBuckets? Welcome back to Sacramento, Dougie McBuckets. Welcome back to Sacktown. Welcome back to Sacktown. Yeah, Jaden Ivey trade rumors. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know why. I don't know why Detroit would do that. And maybe Justin, we can talk about it the next time he's on. I don't understand the Ivy rumors. I like Ivy. Said Castle seems low. I I don't really want to be super overweight on Castle right now. The Honey Badger retired. Mainly because I just don't know what that like. What's his ceiling if everybody's there? You know, what's his ceiling? Because Fox is back now. Like I know Castle was absolutely cooking at the end of the year. That was with no Wembenyama, and that was with no De'Aaron Fox. Now you add those two guys back, plus uh plus Dylan Harper. So I think I would prefer Jade. I don't even know. This whole range I just don't want a ton of. I honestly think I like Suggs almost over all these guys, but I think I'd want to be even. I think I'd want to be even on this whole range. I'd want some of Ivy, some of Edgecombe, some of Castle, some of Suggs. Um, I do think I want Keon. I think I want. Yeah, we're gonna move all these guys up a couple of spots here. We're gonna move them all up a spot because I'm not drafting DeJounte and Kyrie. I'm not. All right, then we get to the Wangs, the wing position. You got PJ over there, Matas Bucelis, which I'm pretty low on Bucelis here. Again, they've got a lot of mouths to feed. I'll happily be wrong on that. I'm sure if we get to the point where Bucelis is like storming up the ranks, I'll do a run of drafts where I move him way up just to get some access to Bucelis. But he doesn't seem like a guy that's going to bury you, so I'm not forcing that. You got McDaniels, the Bobby Lobby. There's Dylan Harper, PG, which we're going to move him even further back, I think. And then we finally get to our guy, Kalel Ware over here at 117. Well, that's his ADP. I don't even know what rank we're at right now. We got big old Nas Reed right there, too. I think that positioning makes sense. I think I do prefer Ware over him. Matas will be playing the 4, should be getting a lot of minutes. I know, but they just got – do you trust Chicago? Here we go. Do you think teams continue to trend towards playing guys in the 20-minute range? I don't know, man. I think that was specifically a tanking team thing. Like you didn't see any of the teams that were trying to win games do that. It happened to Toronto, and then Ja Morant was the other one. Ja Morant was the other one who, like they really limited his minutes, but I don't know, maybe. Yeah, Norm is fine. I like Norm there. All right, let's put Matas up in this range then. Let's do this. People are hyping me up on Matas. We'll put him right in this big run. I still don't think we get too much of him there. I definitely want him ahead of Key. Wait, what is this? Yeah, I want him ahead of these guys. Right there, right there. We still won't get much of him there, but that's okay. And then here we go. We got Norm Powell, PG, Cam Whitmore, Bilal Koulibaly, the Coos, Jabari Smith, Bubby Carrington, Devin Vassell. You got Tumani over there, Herb Jones. Now, I mean, this is kind of a guessing game here. They mentioned Colin Sexton getting the potential lead guard there for Charlotte. I just like, do you think he's going to like do you think Colin Sexton is on the Hornets there at the end of the year? Or is this like, is he jumping to another spot? What's up? We got Adam Clev in the house. Let's go. Still waiting for 4 more though. We gotta fill this bitch. Go join the draft. Look at this. 4 more. Come on. Come on. Also, I only had like $14 in my account after because I drained it before going to Vegas. But then 14 into 54 last night in baseball. We did some baseball daily drafts. All right, let me get back to where I was down in this range. Yeah, anybody got any late round sleepers down here? Anybody that you're very excited about as we rattle off some names? Tari, you guys know I'm a Tari Eason believer, but man, he's just gonna be buried. Not buried, but to Joker's point, they just got so many guys that he probably plays like 18 to 20 minutes a game, so then you need him to be very effective. I do think figuring out these Pacers is pretty intriguing. Aaron Nesmith, Obi Toppin, Nembhard, all that stuff. Oh, yeah, let's go. Regulator, what's our lead thoughts, huh? Next has been all in all the Hornets social and publicity. All right, there we go. So uh, let's keep Sexton in there then. McNeely's good. Yeah, let's add him. Let's add him at the end. So TST asked about Terrence Shannon. I got him down here. I actually think this is at the end of my ranks. I think I like Shannon a lot more than Dillingham. Dillingham may be a higher ceiling, like, as a career. Man, he looks bad. He looks bad. He doesn't look comfy, man. He doesn't look comfy. So I think that's where I would land. Lots of usage on Miami available, like Ware and Powell to soak it up. Yeah. My only concern with Norm Powell, if we're being honest, I thought Harden did a really good job setting up Norm last season. I thought he got Norm in the right spots to either pull up or then attack. So I do have a little concern. I do have a little not concern, but like, is he going to be able to recreate what he did in the Clippers before the injury? Something I'm paying attention to. I'm not out on Norm. That's just my only share. My only thought. I love Ware though, of course. Who gets Turner's share? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, so they seem pretty excited. If we look at the Pacers, first big that shows up is Jay Huff. Jay Huff seems to be leading the way. You see Isaiah Jackson, Tony Bradley, and James Wiseman. I don't know. I don't know if any of those are good picks. I don't know. Oh, Daniel Pedro in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Come get in the draft. We're still waiting for 4. We're still waiting for 4. We're in there right now. Some of these other late round guys, you can see this like run of wings. I am kind of interested in let's look at Brooklyn's roster right now. Cam Thomas, who, just was yelling at Zach Lowe on Twitter. Yeah, Matt, listen, I was saying that too. TST was talking me down though off the Siakam thing. He was saying that maybe I gotta chill on Siakam because he might not have that much of a ceiling without Halliburton. I don't know. Take it up with TST though. Yeah, Brooklyn. We got Cam Thomas, Michael Porter Jr., Claxton, and Igor ranked. The guys that I don't have ranked right now: Terrence Mann, Danny Wolf, Day'Ron Sharp, Noah Clowney. Man, they just have so many dudes. They drafted so many dudes. Look at how deep this Brooklyn roster is right now. I don't know what to do with any of them. I would like to think that somebody like Claxton could get traded, and then you're like, oh, maybe it's Day'Ron Sharp season or Noah Clowney season. But again, they have so many of these guys that I don't even know if it matters. Like Watford, actually, let's look at the. Oh, we're waiting for two more. Hell yeah. Let's look at the 76ers. How deep is Watford in the depth chart? So we got Maxey, Embiid in the 30s, then PG in the 80s, Edgecombe 103, McCain and Grimes 143, 144, Kelly Oubre 166. Then it goes Drummond, Jabari, Walk. Wow, Jabari Walk was on Philly too. They're just turned. This is like they're running back the tanking Blazers with Jabari and Trendon Watford. Incredible, incredible stuff. Anybody else you guys want to get into? Should we look at the Wizards roster here for a second as we're waiting for two more dos más? Oh, there we go. How deep is Watford? Is he like an ocean? Yeah, the Atlantic, the Atlantic. Regular said move VJ up. I don't know if I want to move VJ up too much. Maybe I need to do a couple more drafts first, to be honest, to get a feel for it. Um, let's see. Wizards. So Alex Sarr in the 80s. CJ McCollum. I don't think I'm going to be. I don't think I'm going to click CJ's name one time. I don't think I'm going to do it one time. Cam Whitmore. You know I'm going to be clicking that Cam. Bub Carrington. You know I do like these Wizards, man. I do. I need them to make a couple of trades. Let's get one of Chris Middleton or CJ on a different team. But man, you look at the bigs, right? They've got Alex Sarr. Honestly, I think Tristan Vukovic is like a decent late round pick, like super late. But that's it. They got two bigs on the roster. Alex Sarr is going to be the key to winning the double dribble. There you go. You heard it here. Can Cam Thomas get to 40% usage for this season? I do think he could. Oh, we're starting. We're in the 3-hole. All right, let me go over here. Let's go. Let's go. We got a draft going. We've got Nicholas Lash, 811, pick 101, Weisberg, C49er, then me, Joker Rock. Let's go. Shekins Pie, Duker G, Potsy. We got K Will, Matty Harrison, Matt N, and it's Boston based, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Love to see it. Regulator, listen, I do like me some Trey Johnson. I do like me some Trey Johnson. Yeah, we're gonna get Luca here, unless I tried to talk you guys into taking Luca 103, and then I'll get Wemby. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, fellas. I feel good about this, though. I feel good about this one. I think I've only done that one draft so far, right? With TST. I think that's the only one I've done. Let's see what old Nico Lash does. He's on the clock. I forgot too. We got a 20-second shot clock. I love it. Thank you, Numi. Also, incredible best ball drama on Twitter over the last couple of days, huh? Just a real dream shaker energy. All right, we went Jokic, Giannis here, pretty standard. Let's see, C49er. Let's get Luca Magic. Let's play the freaking drop because we haven't been able to do that in a while. Where is it? StreamYard changed everything, man. It's so hard. Yeah, Luca Magic. There we go. I'm just looking for time at usage last year. Ron Harper Jr. Who? Who was Ron Harper Jr. playing for? I don't know. I do not know. Oh, congrats, Mike. First draft. Let's go. Let's go. All right, pretty standard stuff here. SGA to Joker Rock and Mr. Bancaro, followed by Cade. This is a fun start. I'm excited. We're gonna get weird in this one. We're gonna get weird. We're gonna take Alex Sarr in the second round. Do something real spicy. Do something real spicy. Hey, I'm gonna plug a couple things while we're waiting for the next pick. I'm gonna drop 2 links into the chat. If you guys haven't started following my Celtics Daily channel, go check that out. Go subscribe to that. The other one too, we've been messing with the format with some of these, and that's why I am sharing it. But we got another one called the NBA Rumor Mill, which I'm kind of designing in the Celtics Daily format. Go subscribe to both of those. Just dropped a link. Boston Base, you're so late, man. Steve's already broke the news. But yeah, go subscribe to those channels if you haven't done it yet, please. Wow. Okay. So Matt N goes Booker Harden at the turn. The chaos has begun. Scotty Barnes, then Braun James, Steph Curry, Spicy P. Wow. He's going to get a Paolo Jaylen Brown start, I think. Cat? No, Joker Rock. Come on. Joker Rock. Oh, wait. Jalen Brown already went. I missed that. Where did Jalen Brown go? Oh, it went Trey Jalen Brown. Okay, that makes more sense. I might just take Jalen Johnson here. Get a Wang in there. So we start Luca Jalen Johnson. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Thank you, regulator. Thank you. Yeah, that makes more sense. Can I does that help? That helps. That helps. All right, there we go. There we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. All right. Somebody asked the Skyer for Brooklyn. Score. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of Cam Thomas. It's gonna be a lot of Cam Thomas. I don't know who else it would be, man. I was saying I want them to trade Nick Claxton. Trade Nick Claxton so we can have some real fun there. What's up, it's Hershey? All right, so we are about to be back on the clock here. It went flag went at 24. Man, that's what I'm saying, dude. Feel free to overprice it. So we get to start, we get to get Franzi here. Let's get Franz with it. I love this team. Luca, Jalen Johnson, Franz Wagner. I'm actually gonna I might Venmo Numi right now. Ask him for 100K. Ask him for 100K. Boston base. I kind of like this start of Trey and Jalen Brown here. I think that's fun. Weisberg was already fist pumping. He went Giannis, KD, and Sengun. We got C49er Wemby, Amon Thompson at 22. Man, people are reacting aggressively. Yeah, you're gonna have to start calling me Nathan Fielder the way I land this plane, TST. Let's go. This is a good one. I think we are like a handful of picks away. I would love for another wing that I was excited about at 45. Um, at 45 would be nice because I don't think I need to like we know the guards are going to be late. We're out on the elite bigs, right? Although I tell you what, if Zion Williamson is there at 45, rock hard, we're doing it. I'm actually putting that out there right now, TSD, so you can decide if I should do that or not. I'm letting you know right now, if Zion is there, do I take him? You wanted Wagner but couldn't decide who to grab. Joker Rock, who did you end up taking in that pick? Um, Jalen Brunson. That's a fine pick too. That's a fine pick too. So Chet, Randall, Denny, and what does the Fox say off the board? Off the board. I'm not even going to show you the players available. Not yet. I don't want the snipes out there. All right, who just went there? DeAndre Ayton at 41. Potsy. Maybe we should be drafting more. All right, he's talking me off Zion. Even at 45, do it. We get Zion, Hero, Zubac. I mean, I'll be honest. You know how I feel about Kawhi. Who do you like in that range? I'm not clicking Miles Bridges. I'm not. I'm not. I think it might be Zion, guys. I think it might be. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right, Brandon Miller goes off the board. So we're 5 picks away. We'll see what's available. I was looking at what I think I could get in a few more picks, and I'll explain why after. I think this is yeah, this is scary. Man, Houston has signed everybody, dude. Houston has signed everybody. All right, so it went Brandon Miller, Bain, Hero, Kawhi. Then Trey Murphy to Weisberg because somebody else said it in chat, so he knew he had to take him. And then Matas Bucelis. Man, I'm tempted to just take Zubac here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take Jimmy Butler. I'm going to take Jimmy Butler, and that's not the sexy pick. That's not the sexy pick. You say you're not even looking at the chat, Weisberg. How can you say that? You're typing into the chat. Nice try, bro. Nice try. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, regulators said go big. I think Zubac would have been a fine pick there. Um, I think if I had some real stones, I might have just taken Brandon Ingram instead. But I'm okay with this. This sets me up pretty nicely here. Jalen Johnson, Franz, Jimmy, with Luca and Zion right now. I feel pretty good about this. Um, yeah, that TSC. I know. I was thinking about that too. I got to tell you though, man. I am starting to. Yeah, I liked Bane there, Weisberg. I thought you could have pushed him a little bit further, but I think getting Bane and Trey Murphy there is nice. TSC. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm nervous about these Clippers now. They got 10 guys. They have like 10 real basketball players that are all gonna get minutes. Like I'm nervous that we're gonna see some real funky minute stuff of them. And I'll accept funky. And I mean Zubac is probably the safest of the funk, but I do still think like Brolo's gonna get some run. I think they can play weird too. Like they can play small with Batum at the five. Um, yeah, I'm getting a little freaked out. Not that I shouldn't have. I mean, I still like drafting him there. All right, let's see. So Boston base went Jalen Green, Josh Hart at the turn. So we are 2 picks away here. We've got uh, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Harden is the one. Harden, like Kawhi's already built in, I think, right? Kawhi going in the 40s has built that in. Um, there's a lot of solid picks here coming up. We'll see what Joker Rock does here. He's got a 2-2-1 build. Joker Rock takes Mikal Bridges. I'm gonna take Cam Thomas here. I'm fine with this. I feel like I'm cooking, guys. I feel like I am cooking right now. I love Cam Thomas there. I don't even know what his actual ADP is. What's his ADP? 63. We get him at 69. Nice. Dude, do you know, like, people don't understand the Zach Lowe revenge thing is real. All right. He's going to be taking it out on the Zach Lowe show. This team slaps. Don't let me get that 100K. All right, let's see. Weisberg went with Darius Garland there, so we clearly were both going to grab a guard. Um, I got some other ones that I'm excited about. So Christian Brown goes at pick 73. Interesting, interesting. Um, yeah. All right. So Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Alex Sarr at 75. Man, RJ Barrett kind of feels pretty nice here. There's still like a lot of guards that I really like too, but I think I'm just gonna take RJ, man. Um, I think I am. Getting RJ at pick 76. We now have 4 wings. Um, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about where we are. Now, I think what I'm going to be on the lookout for. So our next pick is 93. We're gonna try to go. We're not gonna force it, obviously, but we are gonna try to go guard big here. Yeah, that's fair, Weisberg. But that is we're in pick mid 70s right now, and by so many mouths to feed, it's just the 5, right? It's just the guys. It's just the good players. La Majune, La Majune, Armenian pizza. It's like a meat pie. But yeah, I think RJ is also good at rebounding, and his scoring comes from attacking the rack. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that as my 4th option there. But yeah, we're going to try to go guard big here. You can see the bigs fall off quite a bit. So the big will probably be the 2nd pick. And then we're in a weird spot for guards too, but I like where we're at. I like where we're at. Um, hold on, hold on. See, DeJounte Murray at pick 85. Boston base, he's not playing for a while. Yeah, that makes sense. You wanted someone with chronic back pain. I get it. I get it. But no, I think Michael Porter Jr. is fine. I would if MPJ was still there, I would have taken MPJ. That's okay. Boston base, you can save him. You save him for the end of the season. When he comes back, he'll help you win the playoffs. So you went Ace Bailey there at 84, DeJounte, then went Freddie, Cam, Paul George. Yeah, Walker. Yeah, you could have made. I actually was going to take Jordan Poole, who Joker Rock took instead of RJ Barrett, Well, Walker Kessler jumping for him at 76 would have been fine too. Let's see. So we're right now, Castle goes 91 here. I will. Ooh, a Kongu. There we go. No, good pick, Joker Rock. We'll take Nembard here. We'll get another guard. And then we'll go get a big with this next pick. Hopefully, we're 6 picks away. Also, draft is moving. Draft is moving. Let's check this out. All right. So Rudy comes off the board here. So our next pick is at 100. Now, I'd be fine with Scoot. I think Kevin Porter Jr. is fun too. Um, but I honestly think we're just going to take all the problematic bigs. I think we might just reach for Mark Williams here at pick 100. This might end up being we might be done taking wings. How do you TST? If you're still in the chat, how do you feel about that? With my wings right now of Jalen Johnson, Franz, Jimmy, and RJ, should I just be done taking wings? Weisberg jumps for Porzingis. You see Keontae right there. When's my next pick, though? We're going to push it further. We're going to push it further. We're going to take Scoot here. We're going to take Scoot here. I like Scoot's upside this season. Yeah, that's where I'm at, TST. That's actually why I just took that guard instead. You like pushing big there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when the bigs get back. Also, how well can you guys see the screen? Does that need to be zoomed in? Do you guys see it there? Yeah, Weisberg said you like the upside there. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's your second big. I just don't think they are going to push his minutes too much, but we'll see. The only problem with zooming in is I think we're gonna cut off some picks, So then I got to be like scrolling quite a bit. But all right, Klingon goes 105 there. Yeah, I really like Scoot, so I'm okay with grabbing it. It depends. I don't know. Maybe this will look dumb depending on the bigs that are available. Boston base with the young guns there goes and gets edge. Well, no, that's not true. He gets the rookie Edgecombe, but then gets the old guy in CJ McCollum. Outside of your DeJounte Murray pick, though, this is a pretty fun team. Cam Whitmore there at 112. D'Lo off the board. Let's see what Potsy does here. Potsy goes Keegan. Good. You can have him. You can have him, bro. Nick Claxton off the board. I'm sorry, Nick Claxton. Ooh. I'm out on Nick Claxton, so you can have him. You can have him. Consigliere said, I'm trying to figure out if you should be overdrafting the East in the double dribble. Why face more good defenses when you can play more dog shit ones? That's a fun take, man. I actually have to think on that. That's a fun take. All right, let's see. Bub Carrington goes. Joker Rock on the board. Joker Rock's going to time out, and he takes Nas Reed. All right, so this is kind of why I pushed Scoot, because I figured you guys all hate Mark Williams. So we get Mark Williams here at pick 117. And that's tough. That's tough. What other bigs do we have available? All right, we'll probably take another guard here, depending on what's available. My next pick, because we're not going to take a wing till late. All right, so Weisberg with his 2 picks went. Oh, Suggs. All right, so Ware went right after. Damn. I was really hoping I was going to somehow be able to go Williams Ware there, bang bang, but McConnell off the board. Weisberg takes Vassell. All right, so we're going to have options here. We're not going to take a wing, so let's look at guards and bigs. We got Harper, Beal, Sexton. We might just reach for Sexton here if we're being honest. Pajemski, Collier, yeah. Filipowski is probably, although I don't mind Filipowski here. Actually, let's go get Beal. Let's get Bradley Beal. We're gonna take Bradley Beal at pick 124. Maybe a little bit early there, but I don't hate it. I don't hate the Beal. I don't hate it. Yeah, yeah, that was probably the move there. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna take one more wing at him. I think in like pick 15 or 16, and it's probably gonna be Jason Tatum again. See, and the one of the reasons I like doing that is when you see in some of the wings come off the board now, and this is, and I'm not even saying it's a bad pick, but like Kyle Kuzma, PJ Washington, Con Canupel, Torian Prince just went. Fuck, man. Like I don't want to be drafting those guys. Matty Harris. Oh, see Matty Harris in this draft. Who does Matty have? All right, he's got Sabonis, Barnes, Maxey, Denny, Reeves, Duran, Asar, Cam, Powell, D'Lo, and Filipowski. That's a fun team there, Matty, from the 10 hole there. I like it. I like it. All right, Boston base with a little double click. He went Tumani, Kamara, and Tari Eason. Edie off the board. Let's see what Matty does here. Brand the pod god, the pod god. All right, let's see. I do like Sexton if he's still there. I don't really want to be drafting Hartenstein if I'm being honest. We know we need to take two more bigs, but it is getting a little funky, funky, funky. I also low key think this guy is a decent last pick. Ryan Cockbrenner. Can I throw that out there? I don't know how people feel about the Cockbrenner. I kind of like it. All right, we might just click Sexton here. I don't really want to be. I don't want a ton of. I don't want a ton of. What's his name? Draymond Green. I really don't. I really don't. Cockbrenner? Yeah, Cockbrenner. Yeah, I know Diabate will start. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I wanted the Celtics to really draft him. Um. Oh, did he? Where's Diabate going right now? Why aren't we drafting Musa? Wait, can you guys not see the screen? What the hell just? Oh no, there we go. My StreamYard just had a stroke. I mean, Musa was kind of nice. Not nice is a, but he's like a 14 and 12 guy, right? Can he get us 14 and 12? Is that like a fine 16th round pick? We're on the clock already. Holy crap. All right, so we just take Gafford here? Yeah, why not? Just take Gafford. Just take the old Gaff. Oh, I missed it. You guys got to put the chat in sooner. Take Trey, huh? All right. Boston based Cockbrenner. I hardly knew her. There you go. Nice, nice. Thank you for the super chat, though. All right, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Where did Trey end up going? He went to K Will Hill. I'll be honest, the reason I ended up clicking Gafford there, I started getting pretty uncomfortable looking at Zion and Mark Williams as my only two options. Two guys who famously can't play basketball consistently. But I really like this start, though. I can tell I'm disappointed TST, though. I didn't take Zubac. And then I took Gafford over Trey Johnson. What's my guard situation looking like right now? We've got Luca, Cam Thomas, Nembhard, Scoot, Beal, Sexton. So let's kind of see what other. I honestly don't hate the idea of taking a shot on Fears. After Fears, though, it gets kind of ugly, right? Jordan Clarkson, I don't think I'm going to be touching. Scottie Pippen, whatever. Io DeSumo, actually, Keyshawn George, I kind of like too. You throw Terrence Shannon in there. But man, it's starting to get ugly. We're starting to get into ugly zone. Also, I think Eves Missy. Not that I want to be playing all of these bigs, but I think Eves Missy is fine. Um, I don't know. Does anybody have a take for who this next pick should be? We've got three left. We got three left. Eves off the board. I think I might go no fears. No fears. Why not? No fears. Let's do it. Let's do it. No fears. Right in there. Who needs a photo? All right. So we have two picks left. Um, I would like to get one more big. I don't think I want three. How do we feel about Musa Diabate? Is there any other bigs you like? Santi Aldama, Namias Kita, Derek Queen, Jonas Valanciunas. Do we go wild with Yang Hassan here? Yang Hassan? Derek Lively? No, because we took Gafford. We're not trying to do that. Um, Kelly Olynyk? No. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think, chat? Would probably do 853, but was nigh on 754. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking, yeah, Huff. I was just looking at Huff. You like Huff the best? Yeah, let's Huff the Magic Dragon, huh? Huff the Magic Dragon lives in Indiana. Let's get him. Jay Huff, welcome aboard. All right, so our guards: Fears, Sexton, Beal, Scoot, Memby, Cam Thomas, Luca. Let's see, is there any like wings that we really like? Rui, Ryan Dunn, Karis LeVert. If we wanted to get one more Wang, um, Laravia. Let's see who else. Who took Tatum? Potsy. When did Potsy take Tatum? Potsy took Tatum with pick 56. Wow, that was gonna be my 6th round wrinkle. Wow, that's hilarious, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, let's find a wing. Let's clear this. Let's clear this. Rui. All right, Ryan Dunn. You talked me into Ryan Dunn. DeAndre Hunter. We got to find somebody with upside. Liam McNeely. What about Jarris Walker? Fuck it. Let's get Jarris Walker. Bryce Sensabaugh. I'm fine with that. What about Yo? Um, Taylor Hendricks. We love Taylor Hendricks too. Now, there's some like decent dart throws here pretty late. What a Asa Newell, Neat Clifford. I know now we're just naming dudes who played in summer league. I don't think I want to do Nate. uh, what? No. How do you spell his name? Vakasonis? Is it Jonas? No, it's not Jonas Valanciunas. Kasparis. No, we're gonna go Jarris Walker. We're gonna go Jarris Walker. That's gonna be the last wing. I'm a Jarris Walker believer. All right, let's look at some of these squads here while this wraps up. Boston base went Trey, JB. Well, actually, let's pull this out. Let me reshare screen. Sorry, guys. Let me reshare screen. Um, don't mind the neat call. Could be a shit show there quick. That is true. That is true. Taco Fall, bring back Taco. Yeah, Luca Garza is fine too. Hold on, let me pull this up. All right. So did this get everybody's picks? Everybody but Nicholas's last one. All right. So well, actually, I think I can just refresh it, right? Although now it's not. Come on. Wait, I thought I. Oh, wait, it did. Did this? Hold on. I was sharing the wrong screen. My bad. One sec, guys. One sec. All right, there's a lot of Meek love here in the chat. All right, here we go. Here we go. So let's do Boston basement. Trey, JB, then Bam Chet, Jalen Green, Josh Hart, Ace Bailey, DeJounte, then Edgecombe, CJ, Tamani, Tari, Brooks, Schroeder, Queen. I don't mind this at all, man. I don't. The only. I mean, obviously Dejounte was tough, but other than that, Maddie, we got Sabone Bone, Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, Denny Avdia, Austin Reeves, Duran, Asar Thompson, Cam Johnson, Storm and Norman Powell, excuse me, D'Lo, Kyle F, and the Pod God, Ty Jerome, Jeremy Grant, Shannon, Cedric Howard. That's pretty good. We got Joker Rock when SGA, A Dub, Giddy, Triple J, Lawler, Marketing, Bridges, Pool, and Yucca at 92. Man, RIP and Yucca getting picked like 140 last year. Tobias Harris, Nasri, the Coos. Collier, I like the Collier pick. Dante, Kassan Wallace, Chris Middleton, Keyshawn George. Let's look at Weisberg. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo, KD, the Goon. That's a fun start. Bane, Murphy, Garland. I like a lot of this. MPJ, Peyton Pritchard at 95. Porzingis, Suggs, Vassell, McCain, Koulibaly, Cochran, or Garza. So what'd you end up with? 4 bigs? And then I went Luca, Jalen Johnson, Franz Wagner, Zion, Jimmy Butler, Cam Thomas, RJ Barrett, Nembhard, Scoot, Mark Williams, Bradley Beal, Sexton, Gafford, Fears, Huff, and Walker. Honestly, looking at I think the Beal Sexton combo is kind of tough for me. I don't love those. Um, and if I could do it again, I mean, I was probably taking Mark Williams there, but if I took Mark Williams at pick 100, I would have been able to take Khalil Ware at pick 117, and then I could have figured out the guard stuff later. So that's probably my only regret. My only regret. Other than that, though, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Yeah, Tatum being picked that early is crazy. I know, but I don't know. Maybe he comes back. Maybe he comes back. All right, dogs. I think we'll call it there. We'll do more of these this what's today? Tuesday. We'll definitely do another one of these this week. I'm enjoying them. I'm having fun. I'm having fun drafting on the dog app. Good to be doing some hoops again. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their afternoon. Yeah, Weisberg said my only thought was Gooner too high in the first one. That's fun. Where did you end up taking him? You took him at 26. No. Goon at 26 is good. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. But anyways, good stuff, everybody. We'll get into the habit of doing these a little bit more. We'll see you later.